Welcome back to the Marty's Pre-Show. I'm your host, Randy Prasad. All roads lead to the 21st Annual Marty Awards, happening live from the beautiful Living Arts Center in downtown Mississauga. Here on the Pre-Show, we're going to be interviewing some amazing nominees that will be competing for that illustrious award happening on May 7th. Folks, my guest at this time has been quoted by CBC Radio as a soulful voice. Cheek Magazine says it is the voice that needs to be heard. She is competing for the Established Performing Arts Award at the Marty's this year on May 7th. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Roveena. Roveena, this is amazing that you're here. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited.
You shook off all the jitters. Now we're all relaxed now. We've been doing this all morning, trying to get everyone all comfortable, so that's great.
Yes, it is quite early, but yes.
Exactly. Describe to me your style of music and why that choice is your best fit for your artistic expression.
You know, I grew up listening to the ballad queens of the era, the Celines, the Whitney, the Mariah Careys. So for me, I've always sung mature pop, mature ballads. That's sort of my bread and butter.
Where did you find that urge? Where did it start, this revelation that, you know what, music was going to be the artistic path that you were going to pursue?
You know, funny that you should say that. I've always had music ingrained within me, but growing up, you know, I felt that I had to follow a path of normal corporate life, you know, go to school, get a good job, get a great career. But then as I proceeded in life, I had kind of shut out music to the side. And the older that I got, I started to realize that I needed to really embrace what was really innately inside me, which was music. And so now I'm following my passion and following my dream.
That's very interesting you should mention that, because South Asian descent.
Yes.
You've grown up with a lot of distinct cultural norms and ideologies.
Absolutely.
You go out, you get married, or whatever that encompasses the alleged stereotype.
Yes.
How challenging was it to break out of those traditional norms of life to pursue an artistic path where it may not have been readily acceptable within the family household or within the community, because we're taught to have sciences, engineering, and that sort. So what challenges did you face going through to pursue your passion?
I mean, like with any other challenges in any career, I think for me it was more around trying to follow a path of the unknown. And music has been a very hit or miss type of a career, and not everybody makes it. And I think unless you're a doctor, a lawyer, you know, these are career paths that are really ingrained in the South Asian focus. I think I'm really lucky in the sense that my parents and my family have been very supportive, you know, in following my dreams and my passion. And I think if you just focus on your dream and your end goal, that's all that really matters. And you're going to hear lots of chatter as you go along down this path. So you just really have to kind of have tunnel vision and just keep going. And you know, there are good days and there are bad days. Sure. And everybody faces their challenge, but I think I have to keep reminding myself, just go down this path. You know innately in your heart what's meant for you, and just keep going. That's
interesting. I think you almost wrote a song there right now based on that reply.
Well, I better get my notebook.
You're gonna have to leave and go to commercial break. But let's go back to your songwriting. What kind of themes do you address and that hold dear to you that you feel that you need to express out in your music?
Absolutely. I wrote a song called Perfect World, and it talked a lot about the unrealistic beauty standards in the industry, not just music, but just in general. And as a young girl, being, you know, a darker skinned girl growing up in Canada, when we used to turn on the television, there was nobody of that color or skin toner who wasn't who was a size 0 on TV. That's all. That's all you ever saw.
Well, and you had better role models than I did. I had to deal with Apache Indian. How many CDs did I have to deal with that in 1990? Thank God we moved on from there.
But exactly, you know, it was hard to turn on the television and relate, and then you would strive for this sort of standard that, you know, you were never going to achieve. And, you know, growing up, looking at these ideals, it was very heartbreaking, and you were chasing a false hope. So Perfect World was a song that I had penned with my producer, Brian Allen, and it really touched upon, you know, why are we embracing these unrealistic beauty standards? And so the song themes that I tend to follow are that really grab people's hearts and not everyone really talks about, but has experienced in their life. And so when you watch Perfect World, my latest music video, you'll see a variety of women, all ages and races and sizes, really just embracing the song and singing along.
And the motivation behind the song and your work comes from a series of mentors and heroes that have inspired your craft. Can you name a couple offhand that have really cultivated the style of music that you have today?
You know, that's, you know, and I had mentioned the Celines, the Mariahs, and the Whitneys, but it's really hard to say. I can't really focus on one particular hero.
It's kind of like a mixed grab of many different.
Yeah, and I think it's really a mixed bag of experiences that I've had to go through my life. I think, you know, when I was growing up, I really wanted to be, you know, model thin, blonde hair, blue-eyed. I'm never going to look that way. Even if I tried with plastic surgery, that's never going to happen. But I think my upbringing and the experience that I've had really molded me into the person that I am today, and I've accepted who I am. And I think now that I'm exuding some confidence with who I am as an individual, as an artist, I think people see that and can relate to it, right?
Amazing. So, we're going to see you on the red carpet May 7th for the beautiful Living Arts Center for the 21st Annual Marty Awards. Check out Roveena. She competes for the Established Performing Arts Award, and we'll see you on the red carpet. With that in mind, we'll be back right after this.